From a traditional constitutional viewpoint, the President's authority to impose tariffs on imports from countries that pose extraordinary threats can be justified under Article 2, which covers executive power and national security responsibilities, and Congress's delegated powers under the Commerce Clause found in Article 1, Section 8. The President, as Commander-in-Chief under Article 2, Section 2, has broad authority to protect national security. The President is also the chief diplomat responsible for managing foreign relations, including economic measures against adversarial nations. When a country poses an extraordinary threat, economic restrictions, such as tariffs, can serve as a tool of national security and foreign policy, much like sanctions. While Congress has the explicit power to regulate commerce with foreign nations, it has historically delegated trade-related powers to the President through statutes like the Trade Expansion Act of 1962, Section 232, which allows the President to impose tariffs if imports threaten national security. Additionally, the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, or IEPA, of 1977 permits the President to regulate economic transactions during national emergencies. These delegations mean the President can unilaterally impose tariffs in response to threats, provided the legal requirements are met. Past presidents have imposed tariffs for national security reasons. Trump in 2018, tariffs on steel and aluminum under Section 232, citing national security. Nixon in 1971 imposed a 10% import surcharge to stabilize the U.S. economy. The Supreme Court has generally upheld broad executive discretion in trade matters where national security is cited. The founders emphasized the protection of American industry and sovereignty. Federalist Number 11, written by Alexander Hamilton, supports using economic tools like tariffs to counter foreign economic threats. The Constitution does not require economic dependency on hostile nations. From a traditional constitutional perspective, the President can and should impose tariffs on imports from nations that pose extraordinary threats. This power is rooted in Article 2's national security functions, Article 1's commerce delegation, and historical precedent. Thus, imposing tariffs in response to threats aligns with both constitutional tradition and practical governance.